Welcome, everybody. So today we are going to discuss, and I'm going to help you understand annual lock-in and reset. Now, this is a great feature that comes with your annuity, and this is something that you don't get in those other financial products that are out there in the market or something like CDs, real estate, those type of things. So this should be a quick video. Let's jump right in. Now, I'm going to take you back. October 16th, 2007. You rolled over your 401k and you purchased $400,000 worth of a FIA, or a fixed index annuity, and had 100% of your money allocated to the S&P 500. The index closed that day at 1538. 1 year later, on October 16th, 2008, your first policy anniversary, the S&P index closed at 946. That's a 38% loss. Now, as you know, because your principal was never invested in the market, your $400,000 didn't lose a single dime. Zero was your hero in this case, and that's where the annual reset comes into play. Now, the annual reset for your next policy year, the index resets to where it ended the year before, which is 946. So 946, imagine, is your new starting line. That's ground zero. Now, all of next year's interest that will be credited to your policy is calculated from that index value to where the index closes 1 year later, not from the original index price of 1538 when you bought the annuity. So we're not saying that you have to go from 946 back up to 1538 just to be even. What we're saying is 946 is your new starting point. Everything up from there is gains. Everything down from there would be considered a negative. If your money was in the market, that would have not been the case. You would have taken that 38% loss right on the chin, hopefully pretty well, and you would be starting from 946 and climbing your way back up to 1538 just to get even. Now, on October 16th, 2009, the S&P 500 closed at 1087. That's a 14.9% gain, subject to your annuity's participation rates, cap, and or spreads, which can all be explained to you very easily, and would be the basis of the interest credited to your policy that year. That means the next policy year, the reset would make 1087 the starting index value. Again, new starting line every year. This is extremely valuable to the health and the growth of your retirement asset. Major losses. It doesn't work that way with stocks, ETFs, or mutual funds. If you retired and rolled over your 401k and bought $400,000 of the Vanguard S&P 500 mutual fund on October 16th, 2007, there is no annual lock-in or annual reset. That means your mutual fund would have lost all 38% that the index did that first year you owned it. Your mutual fund would have lost a whopping $152,000. Let's talk recovery. You would need, I'm going to say the word whopping again, 61% gain in the index just to break even from your previous 38% loss. Because if you understand how losses and gains work, you know that a loss is going to hurt you much more than a gain benefits you. Now, most investments never protect your principal, and your past gains are never locked in either. FIAs, fixed indexed annuities, protect both your principal and your past gains during a market crash and can perform pretty well during recovery periods to help with some growth in your policy. Lost time. Let's discuss how this factors into your overall situation. 5 years after you bought that mutual fund, the S&P 500 index had still not reached the level where you initially invested, 1538. On October 16th, 2012, the index closed at 1455, which is still well below that of October 2007. Really, what that means is you've just spent the last 5+ years trying to get back to where you were when you entered the market. Let's be honest, that's lost time. Think of it this way. That's 5 years of your retirement that you missed out on because the market forced you to have to live off of a fraction of what you planned for, or maybe you decided you had to go back to work because you weren't comfortable with the retirement that was left over. What's it worth to you? The annual lock-in and reset features can undoubtedly offset some of the disadvantages of not getting the full market gains in big up years due to the caps, the spreads, and the participation rates inherent in all fixed index annuities. No thing is perfect. No product is perfect. The question you need to ask yourself is, what am I willing to risk? Are you ready to go back into the workforce or live off a fraction of what you have left in the market if the market dips 20, 30, or 40+%? If so, by all means, let it ride. If not, let's discuss a safer option and see what that might look like for you. Okay, so let's do a really quick review of the terms. Annual lock-in. Annual lock-in refers to the gains you are credited on a positive year being locked in as new principal in your annuity. On a bad year, you're protected from losses. On a year with growth, those gains are locked in. Now, annual reset refers to the reset of your starting point each new year after your policy reaches its anniversary date. Think about it like always starting from zero. Instead of starting from behind the starting line after a loss where you're forced to catch up to break even, you always start from a brand new, even playing field. Principal is guaranteed. Now, principal refers to the amount of money that you start your annuity with. So in this case, it was that $400,000. That money is safe and is never subject to losses. In addition to that, every time that policy gains additional growth, say it moves from 400 to 440,000, that growth, however big or small, is added to the principal and is now counted as the new official starting point at the beginning of every year. So quick example, you have 400,000 that you put in, the policy grows from 400 to 440, you lock in that 440 as your new principal. Come next year, that's your starting point. You can never lose from that pile of money again. The following year, the market dips, it goes into the negative, your 440 is locked in. The next year, it goes up from 440 to 460. 460 locks in. That is your new principal amount. You can never go below 460. I hope that all makes sense. I appreciate your time. We look forward to booking an appointment with you. Remember, the information is always free, but the knowledge is priceless. Look forward to helping you secure your retirement here soon. Have a great day.